Here at what used to be a theater here in Mebane, North Carolina, the 1950s. I guess it was called the Mebane Theater. I know there's pictures of it, but this building right behind me was the theater. Wait. Look, you can kind of tell by the architecture. See how it kind of goes, it kind of starts going downward like the theater would, like, because the ramp. How it goes downward because of the seats. You have to build it as a ramp because so people aren't in each other's way. But yeah, like I could just tell this would have been the theater and where people would have sat. My granddad was a projectionist back when he was a teenager here. Probably would have been one of his first jobs. I wanted to get the front facade. You could just look at it and tell it was a theater. It's just too cool. Now this side building was probably built on later on, this building stood alone. I'm gonna try to find some old pictures of it, but I know I have it. I know I can find it, but it looked a lot different back in the 50s, of course. I don't know if it got destroyed by fire and then, and they just never returned or what happened. One theater was destroyed by fire, but I'll have to ask my granddad, but he was a projectionist here back in the mid-50s, I think. I appreciate everybody joining me, and you have a good one. Dug out this old book on Alamance County, Mebane. I have some books on Alamance County in the area, in different North Carolina towns. It's kind of cool to have these Images of America books. But here, as you can see, this is it. This is the same building. You see, you can even match up that woodwork. Wait, where am I? You can match up, the brickwork on the side. But yeah, it's playing Two Guys from Milwaukee. This is a picture from the it started, from what I read, the theater opened in the late 40s and lasted into the 50s, and it replaced the old Hollywood Theater. The first theater, there was a theater that in the 30s and 40s that was called the Hollywood Theater in Mebane. So kind of strange that we haven't. In my days, I never really had a theater. I've lived here since the 80s, off and on, but yeah. So have never had a theater here, but very cool. Well, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.